Scary, isn't it?
Really close. You've said a lot of profound things to me over the years that have really resonated. And you just said it again, and it's probably the biggest thing for me. It matters how you feel.
Because how you feel is your indication of how much you're allowing yourself to be in the realizing state. Ooh.
Everything you've said is true.
Yeah.
And last year I decided to believe you.
We have such an easy job. Because we have law of attraction on our side, and there's not one shred of evidence to the contrary of it.
There really isn't.
Yeah.
So when I started to really care about how I feel, the path truly lit up. And my life began to change in profound ways. A side effect of this seems to be...
Joy?
Yes.
Next.
I want some clarity on
the side effect. Continue.
Yeah.
We were
No.
irresponsible there.
That's fine. So this is going to be a two-part question.
What is the side effect?
The side effect is old thrills are no longer thrills. Whether it's getting together with certain groups of friends or experiences.
Not. You're on the leading edge.
Yeah.
Esther remembers going to an amusement park near her home and riding the roller coaster. And the first time, it took her breath away. And the second time it did too, and the third time it did too. And the fourth time she had to put her arms high up in the air in order to get the thrill. And the fourth time she wanted to stand up, but they wouldn't let her. And after a while, the roller coaster just wasn't very much fun anymore because she'd sort of been there and done that.
Yeah. So
what did that do?
Can I give you an example?
Yes, but every day you're going to expand.
Yeah.
And every day, the closer you allow yourself to receive the manifestation of that further expansion, then the more joyful you're going to be.
Yeah.
But if you hold yourself back from the expansion and it's always there, then it's not as much fun.
Yeah, this is not any kind of a complaint about it. I really like feeling good all the time. That is fantastic. Yeah. And like you said, roller coaster, it's less of a roller coaster. It's more of just this steady state of joy. But when I get together with friends who I love, I'm sometimes sitting there, and not that I'm feeling like I am some higher conscious being now above them, but I find myself relating to them less. And I don't want like my friends to disappear.
Well, here's how it works. Esther keeps getting these glimpses of the whole world. She likes the idea of that. Knowing about this and really tuning to that high frequency so that everyone's tuned in, tapped in, turned on. And then law of attraction, just bringing you together for different things that are currently part of your interest, rather than in a dependent way, focused upon someone who's there when you need them and then just dragging each other around forevermore. Two things we want to say to you. Yes, you're going to move into new relationships constantly. But the other thing is, every relationship you have is going to be renewed. Let's say that a relationship with a person or a group of people, and we do want to hear your example, but first let us say this. So let's say that your relationship with a group of people is whatever it is. It's not as satisfying or fulfilling as it once was, let's say. Well, in the midst of that, you're launching rockets of desire about that very specific thing. I love these people. I like to laugh with these people. I like to grow with these people. I like to have interests with these people. I want to stay in the lives of these people. I want them to be in my life. So you're putting all of that in your vortex. But then in your observation of where they are, you're contrary to your own desire and blaming them for not being different. But you have the ability to focus unconditionally, never mind what is, focus upon your dream of that relationship. And as you find that frequency, one of two things will happen. They will join you in that frequency, or they will vibrate out of your experience. But that's the way it must be, you see. You can't control how anyone else vibrates, but you can go a long way and a lot further than any of you are in finding a frequency about every single relationship that feels better to you and will enhance the experience. Two people could interact with each other and each other only, and each of them having their experiences and their vortex is growing and their vibrational reality is growing. They could satisfy each other indefinitely with the continuing expansion that each of them find. We're not saying that you're going to grow away from your friends. We are saying that it is usually your awareness of what they're not doing that keeps you from being who you really are, because the discord that feels like somebody else isn't keeping up with you is always something different than that. It's you not keeping up with you and blaming them for it. Yeah.
You're right.
We know.
I knew you were going to say that.
We knew.
So I already forgot the example of my friends.
It became irrelevant.
Yeah, it really is, because I knew inside that it was my perception of the relationship. That was how I was interpreting it.
You have to remember that everyone you know has created a vortex version too. And Source is calling everyone to their most preferred state. And it might be a shock to you, but sometimes their most preferred state is not with you. They probably couldn't even admit it, but that's what's so wonderful about this wonderful vibrational variety or contrast that you're all living within. It's always working out.